Hi everyone, Louis here from thearbacademy.com with another quick video about arbitrage betting. Are you interested in getting the Betslayer arbitrage betting software but wondering whether it's worth it? Well, in this comprehensive Betslayer review, I will be giving you the definitive answer on whether it's the right sure betting software for you. Before we get into the review, I would just like to say if this video helps you at all, I would really appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe to my channel where I will be releasing more arbitrage betting related content. Let's dive straight into the pros and cons of the Betslayer arbitrage betting software. The pros are, firstly, it has a clean, uncluttered interface and really easy to navigate and get used to. It has a built-in profit tracker to keep track of how much money you're making from arbitrage betting. It's significantly cheaper than the other top-tier arbitrage betting software out there, like RebelBetting, BetBurger and OddStorm. It includes live arbitrage bets for free, and the bookmaker to exchange arb filtering is quite good, and you'll see what I mean when I get to that in a moment. In terms of the cons, the major one is that it only covers 25 bookmakers, which means that at any point in time there's much fewer ARBs available on the Betslayer software than any other software. And the bookmaker odds comparison is not so great, but it is better than the likes of some of the other software, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. So we'll have a look at each of these in detail now by going straight into the software. The Betslayer software operates entirely in your browser, so you simply navigate to the Betslayer website and then you can get started immediately. When you first open the software, you'll be greeted with a page that looks a bit like this, and basically on the left-hand side over here, we have all of the ARB feed, essentially the ARBs that Betslayer has found for us based on our filters that we've set. And you can see along the left here, they're giving you information about the match and the sport, and then in here they've got the betting market. They also show the time when the match will start. For some reason, they only show it in UK time, and they don't let you set this to any other time, which is a little bit unusual. I'm not sure why they do that. And then finally over here, you can see the profit margin, and this is the percent profit that you can expect to get if you execute this ARB. And you can sort the ARBs by any of these columns, which is good. If you click on any of these ARBs, then you will bring up the ARB details panel here over in the right-hand side. And in here, there is an arbitrage betting calculator, which automatically calculates your stakes for each leg of the arbitrage bet. So in here you can set your total stake across all legs of the arbitrage bet, how much you're planning on betting, and then it will tell you the minimum and maximum expected profit and profit margin based on this total stake that you've entered here. And then further down here you can see the two different legs of the arbitrage bet. So the first bet is on Alabama to win, and then the second bet will be on LSU to win. If you click this drop-down menu here, you can see the different bookmakers and the different odds that are available. So Sporting Bet are available at $1.72, and then we also have Unibet and 888 Sport available for much reduced odds. So if we click on Unibet, for example, or say 888, if we click on 888 Sport, for example, at 1.47, you can see that the profit margin drops substantially down to negative 5.45% from 4.3%. So that tells us that if we were to bet with 888 Sport or Unibet, we can see that there's no arbitrage bet available here. The arbitrage bet only exists if we use Sporting Bet. Likewise, down the bottom here, you can see that we have Unibet, but also there's 888 Sport here as a backup. And if we click on them, the arbitrage bet still exists, but at a slightly reduced profit margin. So this tells us that we can basically, we have a backup option here. We should go for Unibet where we can, but if we can't, we can still use 888 Sport to secure an arbitrage bet. But with Sporting Bet, there's no backup options here, so we need to place this bet first. And if this bet gets rejected, then we should just let the arbitrage bet go. But if it goes through, then we've got a backup option here for the second leg, which is good. This is quite a useful way of displaying the bookmaker odds. You can see pretty easily by selecting each of the different options which ones constitute an arbitrage bet and which ones don't. So that's pretty good. And you can then, once you're satisfied with the stake and the selected bookmakers and odds, you can then click on these red buttons here to go directly to the bookmaker websites and place your bets. For the bookmakers that say view event on the bookmaker name, then this means that Betslayer has got a functionality enabled here where you can go directly to the 888 Sport with the correct stake already entered, but they don't have that functionality for Sporting Bet, where it just says search sporting bet, that means you're going to be taken to the sporting bet homepage and you have to navigate yourself to the correct match at the correct time and enter your stake that you've got down here. Really too much trouble, as Betslayer have got that bet slip functionality enabled on most of their bookmakers. And you can see if I switch to Unibet here, they've got the same thing. If you successfully execute the arbitrage bet, you can then go and click up here to add to profit tracker, and then this will basically enable you to keep track of your arbitrage bets in the Betslayer built-in profit tracker, which is a useful feature that lets you see how you're going over time, see what your winnings are like. It's not really essential, and I actually recommend that you still keep track of all your arbitrage bets in a separate Excel sheet or something similar to that, as this profit tracker isn't really much of a it's not really much of an accounting tool for managing your funds between bookmaker and bank accounts, but it's kind of a useful little thing here. And if you go to the dashboard page, once you've actually placed some bets, which I haven't on this new account I've created here, you'll be able to, this graph here will automatically update and show you how you're going. Back at the profit tracker, there's also the ability to track your bets manually by clicking track new bet up here, and you can enter the details of any bet that you didn't previously track with the Betslayer profit tracker. Returning to the main ARBs page, we can access the filters by clicking on this blue filter button up here in the top right, and then we can see our filters here, and you can filter your ARBs by bookmaker, and they cover 25 bookmakers, by sport, of which is 10, and by betting market, of which there's 5. You can also filter your arbitrage bets via the time remaining until the start of the match. Do anything from 30 minutes to 7 days, which is useful to ensure that you're not tying up your capital on a game that's too far out at the moment. Another feature which I quite like is the ability to set a minimum exchange volume here, and that is basically for the bookmaker to betting exchange ARBs. You can filter them by the quantity or the amount of money that's currently on the betting exchange at those odds ready to be matched, and this is to prevent you from being alerted to ARBs that have only a couple of dollars available to be matched on the betting exchange, which is basically a waste of your time. It's so little money that even if you did try and execute that arbitrage bet, you're only going to be getting a couple of cents in profit, so it's kind of a waste of your time. So you could set this to be a minimum of something like $30 or pounds or something like that, if that's what you preferred. Looking at these filters, you might be thinking that 25 bookmakers is not really that many bookmakers to cover for an arbitrage betting software, and you'd be right, to be honest. Betslayer probably cover the fewest bookmakers out of any arbitrage betting software that I've reviewed, and 25 is a really small number. And you can see that if we go back to the main ARB page here, you can see that at the moment they've only got 4 arbitrage bets available on their entire software at the moment. As you can see in the filters there, I've got all filters enabled, all bookmakers, all sports, and all markets, all time frames. Even if I set this here to 1, they're only able to find 4 ARBs in total. And you can see that 2 of these ARBs, if we just zoom in here, you can see that this one here is 5 months away. I'm filming this in June 2020, so that's 5 months away. And this one here is about 4 months away, and it's found 2 here this week. So these 2 ARBs are basically useless. There's no point going after a 2.85% profit margin that's 4 months away. So they've basically only been able to find 2 viable ARBs. And I will say that I'm filming this at the moment, as I said, in June 2020. So there's not many sports matches on at the moment due to coronavirus. But if we take a look just very briefly at some other popular arbitrage betting software at the exact same time, if you look at BetBurger here, they're able to find an absolute ton of ARBs at the exact same time. There's heaps here, and they're not having any problems at all finding ARBs. And if we look briefly also at RebelBetting, you can see that they've got a ton of ARBs here as well. They're not having any problems. It really just is Betslayer that's struggling to find the ARBs here, and I really think that's a direct result of the fact that they only cover 25 bookmakers, which is a really small number. And that's, to be honest, that's one of the major downsides of going with Betslayer. I'm sure that in time, when sports pick up again and there's plenty of matches on, they'll definitely have more ARBs than they do now. But in the long run, they're always going to have fewer ARBs than their major competitors, just because they cover so few bookmakers. and I really wish they would cover a few more bookmakers, and then I could recommend them a little more highly. But at the moment, they just cover so few bookmakers that it's difficult to really get many arbs going with them. Finally, you can click on the settings button up here in the top right to access some of the settings on the Betslayer software, and you can do things like turn on in play or live arbs with this little toggle if you want. You can change the rounding in the arbitrage betting calculator. Your options are just 1, 5 and 10 for the rounding, and unfortunately you can't customize the rounding by bookmaker. This is a global value for all bookmakers, which is a bit of a shame, as it's often nice to be able to have a higher rounding for soft bookmakers than for sharp bookmakers, who are not going to limit you even if they know that you're arbitrage betting. But Betslayer doesn't have this functionality, unfortunately. You can change the rounding here, whether you want to round to the nearest value or round down to the nearest value. Or sorry, I should say round up to the nearest value. Whether the software is automatically updating. You can turn on a dark mode here to save your eyes if you're betting early in the morning or late at night, and that basically activates something that looks a little like this. And you can change the individual commission rates for each of the betting exchanges if you would like as well. Other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it. The Betslayer software is quite simple really, which is actually a good thing. It's not complicated at all. The interface isn't cluttered. It's very easy to understand what's going on. For a beginner, it's quite good. You can play around with the software for a couple of minutes and you basically have got a full understanding of how everything works. The major limitation is really that just lack of arbs that they can find at any point in time. So that brings us to the pricing, which is a pretty major selling point, as their software is substantially cheaper. Their main package here is £49 per month, and that is less than half of what you would pay for a month's subscription with RebelBetting, OddStorm or BetBurger, which are the other top tier softwares that it competes with. So it's basically less than half the price of them, but it offers most of the functionality that they offer, and I think actually the interface with Betslayer is nicer than some of those other ones that I just mentioned. The main downside is really the lack of arbs. Considering this, I recommend Betslayer for those who are just casual arbers and are planning on placing a couple of arbitrage bets here and there, or those that are just getting started and don't have a large bankroll. In that case, Betslayer will more than fulfill your needs, and you'll actually benefit from the low subscription price, and you'll find it a bit easier to make a profit than you would if you're going for some of the more advanced software like RebelBetting and BetBurger. However, if you do have a decent starting bankroll and you do have a decent amount of time to commit to arbitrage betting every week, you're going to find that the low number of arbs produced by Betslayer will actually be your main limitation there, and you're going to have trouble turning over all your money and really making the most of the arbitrage betting software if you go with Betslayer in that instance. So if that is you, I would recommend that you look at RebelBetting as an alternative. They are more expensive. As I said, they're basically double the price of Betslayer, but they're basically the best arbitrage betting software out there. They've got a ton of arbs, they've got all the features you could hope for, and you won't be limited by them at all, and you'll be able to make much more money than you would with Betslayer. There's a link to my review of RebelBetting in the video description below, so please feel free to check that out. If you would like to give Betslayer a go or want more information, please use the link below and you can access a 7-day free trial on their website. If this video has helped you at all, I would be really appreciative if you could like it and also subscribe to my channel, where I will be releasing more arbitrage betting related content. Thanks so much for watching to the end, I really appreciate it. All the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.